What if the real reason you're stuck in life isn't lack of talent, discipline, or motivation, but something much simpler, something invisible that controls your actions every single day? Overwhelm. Most people don't fail because they aim too low. They fail because they try to do too much, too fast, and their brain shuts down. A young man once went to a monk in search of success. He said, "Master, I want to change my life. I want discipline, focus, success, peace. I want to become the best version of myself." The monk looked at him calmly and said, "Then tomorrow morning, start by making your bed." The young man was confused, then irritated. "Making my bed? That's it? That's your advice for success?" The monk smiled and replied, "If you cannot handle small responsibilities, you will never handle big ones." The next day, the monk took the young man to a mountain. It was massive, covered in fog, its peak disappearing into the clouds. The monk said, "Climb." The young man looked up and immediately felt fear. His mind started racing. This is too hard, too long. What if I fail? What's the point? And without even trying, he wanted to quit. The monk noticed this and said, "Don't look at the top. Look at your feet. Take one step." Reluctantly, the young man took a step, then another, then another. Minutes turned into hours. His legs burned, his breath got heavy, his mind kept telling him to stop. But something strange happened. The more he walked, the quieter his thoughts became. He stopped thinking about the entire mountain and started focusing only on the next step, and step by step, without realizing it, he reached the top. The monk looked at him and said, "You thought success was about conquering the mountain. But success is simply not stopping." This is where psychology explains everything. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. When you set a huge goal like "I will change my entire life," your brain sees it as a threat. Too much uncertainty, too much effort, too much risk. So it activates something called avoidance behavior. You feel lazy, you procrastinate, you distract yourself, not because you're weak, but because your brain is trying to protect you. This is also connected to something called cognitive overload. When there are too many steps, too many decisions, too many expectations, your brain freezes. But when you reduce the task to something small, something simple, something almost too easy to fail, your brain relaxes. And once you start, you trigger something powerful: momentum. And momentum creates action. Action creates progress. And progress builds confidence. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He didn't believe in waiting for perfect conditions. He believed in controlling what you can, right now. And sometimes, the only thing you can control is taking one small step. Think about your own life. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow. I need the perfect plan. I need more motivation." And then, nothing happens. Now imagine this instead. You want to get fit, so you do just 5 push-ups. You want to read, so you read just 1 page. You want to work on your goals, so you spend just 10 minutes. It sounds small, almost insignificant. But that's the secret. Because small actions don't scare your brain. They bypass resistance. And once you begin, you almost always do more than you planned. The truth is, Success is not a single moment of greatness. It's a series of tiny decisions made daily when you don't feel like it. The problem is, people are addicted to big results, but ignore small habits. Yet those small habits are exactly what create big results. So don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start small, so small that you can't say no, because one small step leads to another and another. And before you realize it, you've climbed your own mountain. If this made you think, start today. Not big, just small, and follow for more psychology and mindset content that actually changes your life.